Hello everyone, and welcome to my literacy journey. My name is Mackenzie, and I will be taking you on this long and bumpy road that is my literacy journey. From the moment I can remember, literacy has always been important to me, from reading Harry Potter with my dad and brothers to writing my own stories. The only thing is there were some bumps that I had to overcome with my own learning. I can remember sitting in kindergarten in a canoe in the library making up my own stories about the pictures that I saw within the books. But as time went on, I found that there were some parts of my literacy that didn't grow as prominently as the rest. I could read, slower than everyone else within my class, but I was reading at my grade level. The hard part was writing. My writing was so bad that I couldn't read it myself. This caused some serious issues when it came to my work. I mean, how could I do my homework or schoolwork? I couldn't even read what I wrote. This caused a lot of issues both with my confidence and my grades in school. In my grade 4 year, my mom was tired of the fights when it came to literacy in my writing, but noticed that I excelled with my explanation of my answers. My mom noticed a test that I completely failed and brought it to me. She knew that I knew the answers. So she asked me all the questions and wrote down my answers and found out that it was my writing that was getting in the way. A very frustrated mom went and talked to my grade 4 teacher about my writing, where my grade 4 teacher told my mom that it was a myth that girls write neat and that it would just be something I had to work with. My mom didn't like that answer. She knew that there were supports that could help me, but didn't know how to access them. I didn't like having the stigma of having an IEP and used the minimal supports that were given to me. The supports that would have been beneficial and that were suggested in my IEP was the use of a laptop. However, I was never offered them. It wasn't until I was in high school and looking at how far I had come on my own that I realized I didn't want this to happen to anybody else. So after college, I started working at the school board as an EA and later an intervention support worker. I wanted to help the students who were written off and become an advocate for those who needed the supports and haven't been given them yet. While working, I saw a bunch of students, but the one that stood out to me was a boy with an acquired brain injury that had been told that he was unteachable. This didn't sit right with me. How could educators that were supposed to be helpful and help him say this about a child, someone whose life had been changed so drastically because of an unfortunate event? However, when he came to our program, he was in grade 5. He wasn't reading, and his writing was very low. I knew I couldn't let my experience with literacy be the same as his, so we worked hard to try and get him to read and write. Some days were challenging, but in the end of the first year of working with him, we got him to read at a grade 3 level. I knew that we had started to change the way he thought about literacy, and knowing that I was a part of his journey made me feel happy. However, I knew that I wanted to help more students and sit in a different role, so I decided to go back to school and become a teacher, so I could help support those students who have been written off as unteachable and help find their love and passion for literacy and school once again. Although I couldn't share my entire literacy journey, I tried to highlight the important parts. I hope you enjoyed my presentation and you can see a little bit more of my learning and literacy journey. Thank you.